can't feel the pressure. I think two veterans like this, it's just a normal day at the office. I don't think Jason's going to press. I don't think he's nervous about anything. I think he knows that Jim played a little better that game, but he didn't. There was no dominating factor.
Yeah.
There.
Could
So,
easily have swung in his
yeah.
direction.
So I
Yeah.
think it's business as usual for Jason here. So, so this is what we call offering two in shuffleboard. You're giving the player with the hammer the option of if they want to stick your weight, they're going to score 2 points, or they can lag. If they lag off the board, you score 1. So you do this if you really like a lagging end, so that if this weight does go off, you have hammer. And I think Jim knows it. Jason just
What a
has,
good shot,
he
though.
just has this, and see if it's quit spinning. Man, that was a 3. It's actually.
I can't tell from this angle. It looks like it might have walked back.
Let's see where it finishes up. Looks like it stayed as a 3. So, yeah.
Off the bat, a 3 in last game. Off the bat, a 4 for Jim.
So that shot right there by Jason tells me that he really wants to lag this in.
Yep.
He doesn't want to stick a weight going this way. He doesn't want to leave a weight over there for Jim to pass, to where Jim ends up lagging with 1 or even against 1. So I think this is just going to be a bang and lag, make Jim lag this way. I want to lag the other way, and we'll see how long this game goes like this. But I think this is what Jason wants right here.
Now do you like that play of throwing your first weight off? I mean, he's only got a 3-point lead.
Yeah, like I said, if you absolutely love the end that you're lagging to,
Yeah.
absolutely 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I am going to practice a shot. I might want to throw, a left span. I may want to throw a right span. So, again, he's trying to hit and go with that. He ends up sticking it.
He gives Jim an opportunity here. He likes that go around. It's the other side for his go around, but.
And we've seen Jim take go arounds without the lead. I would be extremely surprised if he doesn't take this.
Yeah.
Without the lead here. I mean, I'm sorry. We've seen Jim take go arounds with the lead.
Without the hammer.
Yeah. So that's got to sit down, though, I think.
It's going to chip it.
So,
well, now what?
You have a couple. So you have a couple options. If you really, really love the end that you're lagging,
hit your own off.
You may just cover, try to get right on top of yours.
Yeah.
Have 2 on the board. If they lag off, you score 2.
Right.
But I think that you cover that weight on the rail because you don't want Jim to get in there and stick and roll that for a deuce.
Right.
Sometimes if that weight's shorter, you may just cover the other side of the board.
Okay.
Have 2 on the board, cover lag lanes, but that weight's deep enough for Jim to roll to a deuce.
Right.
So
he's coming up freehand short,
so
blocking the cross.
That's what he's doing. I mean, he wants to cover that roll.
Good long block.
Yeah.
If you're a Raider, please go back to the Roadhouse for the Raiders meeting.
And this one might hunt here.
It's got to go a little bit.
Both players.
Good lag.
Feeling the end of the board. Real nice.
That's a really strong lag. Down 3-0. If he pumps out a little bit, he's down 5-0. That's a pretty commanding lead.
Yep.
So it's a really good lag right there by Jim. I think both players really like lagging this way.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, they've been lagging both ways, but so right hand span that kind of just held that line a lot longer than Jason thought it was. Now, Jim does want to get relatively close to this. He doesn't want to put something so far back that Jason may throw a free hand, stick it, and use Jim's weight as a cover. He may want to be a little closer than that, but that's still a solid cover. A player like David Williams Jr., Josh Duddle, Roger, they're coming in there and wholeheartedly trying to stick that deep weight and move it inside and try to get that weight covered by Jim's blue weight. Mike Taylor
Definitely.
is trying that. He's going to be taking an extremely aggressive line right there.
He was
So we'll
wanting to stick
see.
that.
Jason really wants to lag, like we said, lag this way. He may just hammer this weight off, and let Jim throw 2 or 3 with his last weight, and he can either stick it. If he throws a 1, then he's lagging on the end that he wants to lag on.
The room slowly filtering in.
It's a great stick right there.
We got Craig White and Stan Atterbury and Mike watching now. The staff starting to show up.
Yeah, it's a great stick right there by Jason Papa. On an end that you're lagging well, that's a dream for you.
Yeah.
Is lagging against 1.
He's got that go-ahead lag we were talking about.
Yep. But he has been lagging right crosses, so that did cover the lane that he had lagged a couple 3s. So that's something also to think about.
Yeah, he's going opposite hand.
It's got to sit down.
I think it's going to.
Sit.
Looks nice. Another. Oh,
There you go.
walk back. Yeah, I think that's on the line.
Again, you see Jason just practice a shot, throw it off. He just wants to bang weights. Jim's going to practice his hammer. Practice his lag, not necessarily his hammer, but practice his lag. Make sure he still has a pretty good feel for the end of the board. Actually, looks like he may be trying to set something up for Jason to stick so that he can create some action. And he did it.
Yep.
So you'll see, Jim, this will be, this is the spot that his free hand that he'd been throwing earlier. Now that this weight's closer to the rail, this is a good spot for that free hand. So we'll see if he opts to go left cross or free hand. I think it's a free hand shot. I think that's the way this actually buries the left cross. I think it's going to stay out a little more than he wants to.
Yeah.
I just think if he throws that free hand, man,
Comes back in.
Yeah, that thing will bury in there.
Good stick. Covering a good part of the board now.
Now Jim would like to stick this deep weight with the right cross and roll it behind that other red weight so that Jason hopefully doesn't have a really clean line at it.
Uh-oh.
So that, and you know, that's the only problem right there about trying to stick and roll a weight is missing it on the inside. So Jason has a couple options here. I think the by the book option is just cover this deep weight. I think you want to be maybe a little deeper than your short weight there,
Yep.
but that's a shot. Gotta sit down.
He's got a lot of the board cover.
Now, that's Jason's last shot, so we'll see. It'll probably just be a left cross lag here.
Yeah, which he's already practiced a couple times.
Now, Jason's other option with that last weight
Choked him up though. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, and that's a conservative lag against whenever you have 3 on the board. You know, it's not what Jim wanted, but Jim definitely doesn't want to give up 2 or 3 there.
Right.
So Jason's other option there, instead of covering that weight, is actually trying to throw that freehand I was talking about around that right side, getting a deuce in there that Jim has to throw at.
Right.
If Jim sticks that deuce, you know, you say good shot. But if Jim doesn't stick that deuce, you score 2.
Yep.
Because your other 2 weights on the board. Or if Jim hops everything right there, you score 4.
Yeah.
You know, that is the aggressive play. And if Jason was down in that frame 5-2, you may see him go ahead and get in there and try that option up 5-2. He went with the other option, which, like I said, the by the book shot was the shot that Jason threw there. So Mike Taylor's not covering that weight. he's trying to hurt and put away the game right there in that frame. So, and I think your aggressive players are doing the same. I said that, but by no means does that mean that the shot that Jason threw was incorrect. That is just, like I said, there's options. You know, that's.
And he did, you know, you got a positive outcome out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jim's thinking about it here. He might want to go around.
I think
He's
so.
down a little bit. He's got the hammer.
Trying to see which way he thinks is best. You know, it looked like both ways came in pretty good. I think that's the correct shot is a freehand. Looks like he's going to go left to right.
Yep. Looks pretty good. Oh, he ran into it, though. Well, now Jason's got a little wall built up here. You know, if he was aggressive, he could
I think
get around those.
with a 6. So if you try to bump your red here, you end up behind the blue, which is a big factor of whether you bump a weight or not.
Sure.
Because if you end up bumping your weight off, then blue's ahead.
Right.
Again, I think the conservative play is either hit both these weights off and clear the board, or stick that blue weight dead. So it
looks like that's what he's trying.
he wants this to slow down. It's gonna
He's
end up
going
working
for that bump.
Well, it worked out for him, I think.
Yeah. That's a nice play, man. I
Like I
appreciate
said, so
those shots.
you see that right there. You see that red weight end up behind that blue weight.
Yeah.
So that's that's what I was talking about.
It's tough, though, because if, let's say Jim elected to go for a double stick on that, um, that's a risky play. If he misses the whole thing,
Well, yeah.
now he's giving up 3 points.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing with even double sticking your blue weight, I think that if Jim sticks his blue weight, now he's behind that
He's
other
behind the red. Yeah.
So
Totally.
the most you're going to give up here is 2, and he has to hit a fantastic shot. So, yeah, I mean.
Man, Papa's just really putting the pressure on.
Yeah. Or it's hard to see from where we're sitting if he can get between those weights.
He didn't want to do that.
It's a great frame by Jason right there.
So 10-2.
So 100 out of 100 times this weight's off the board. You're just practicing a shot.
Sure.
What do I want to see? Now, me personally, if I have, I have a lead like this, I want to see, these really touchy freehand shots. I want to see freehand shots into the rail to where if I ever get in a pickle, I know that, hey, this freehand really comes back hard here and I can go and stick this weight that's buried. So this is a time to, really practice the shots that you usually don't practice because in a normal game, you don't have the option at 5-5 to really start practicing shots.
Right.
10-2, you have it. You want to see, hey, how do I really skim this weight and go and stick something behind it? So.
And Jim's just doing shuffleboard 101. When you're behind, put a weight somewhere around the logo, lure him into a stick or a miss, and then use that one to go around.
Yep.
Oh.
So I think right here it's 10-2. You already know the Jim's going for the end of the board. I'm throwing something kind of right in the middle of the scoreboard, trying to cover Jim's crosses. Jim can lag either way, so I mean, anyway, it seems like, so it doesn't really matter where you put this weight. It's on the board though for sure. This is where you can start stealing points. If you could throw, it's a risky shot, but if you could throw a light deuce here, or even just a 2, I'm good with it.
Yeah, if he sticks you 2,
let him stick for 2. It does. That's 10-4. What you don't want here is him to lag a 4.
Right.
Which Jim we've seen is extremely capable of.
He's going right hand cross.
Looks like it's short.
Just a 1.
Yep. And in these pro games, these 10-3 leads, 10-5 leads, at times a player with 10, starts to get complacent, which is the correct strategy side of it is, you take your ones, keep moving the scoreboard.
Yep.
What can get scary here in these positions is you start taking your ones, and so you score 1 here, it's 11-3, then Jim lags a 4, it's 11-7.
Yeah.
You still make sure to get on 12 going the other way, it's 12-7. Jim lags a 4 and it's 12-11.
Yeah.
It's not too far-fetched for stuff like that to happen in these pro games. And if you stick weights, you're going to be chasing. So we'll see which way.
I saw Chuck King make 7-point frame.
Yeah.
Just the other day.
Yeah.
It was
hopped to 3 and lagged to 4.
Yep. You saw that?
Yep.
Was that against you?
No, it was against Brandon to
Yeah.
get to me. Just got to sit down a little bit.
It looks hot. Oh, it dragged
There it
up.
goes. Looks like he can see it from the right side,
Yeah.
from what I can see. But we do know that that right span that he was throwing earlier, that is
It'll go
flatter.
in there.
If he throws it too hard, he misses that
Yeah.
on the right side. So he's got to take a little speed off this, let the board break for him.
Looks pretty good. Got to get by there. Oh. These angles are kind of tough to without the overheads,
it's
huh?
hard. It's hard to see from where we're sitting exactly how much of a weight he can see.
Is this hammer?
No,
third
this
weight.
is his third weight here. It's a really good cover. Oh, actually didn't come back.
Yeah, it looks like it's hanging out there just a little bit offset.
So you can see from the left side now. I don't know. He may actually. What was his last one? So obviously you don't like to give up 3 there, but
No.
now the complacency is off. You can go ahead and
Right.
get back into lagging a 2 here, get it from 12 to 6. So Jason's still no doubt in control of this game. So. So Jason's just going to throw a nice hard left hand, try to hit and go with this weight. Again, you'll see him just rear back and fire at this weight, try to hit and go again.
Stick, though. He didn't want to do that.
No. I'd imagine, like I said, I didn't see the Mike Taylor, Jason Papa game, but if Jason did stick as many weights as he has in this match, Mike Taylor is a absolute handful.
Right.
If you're sticking weights in the middle of the board and he's getting around stuff, you're not going to win many games against Mike by sticking weights.
Maybe talk to me about when you want to hit a weight off the side. What do you think about? How do you line it up?
Man, I honestly, me personally, I don't shoot for the side of weights. Whenever I first started playing, all I had were 2 rail shots, and I used to just fire them, and so
Throw it hard.
yeah, it's not too far-fetched for me to drive where that red weight is and throw it hard enough to where if I square it up, drive it off the board.
Sure.
I'm throwing extremely hard at weights, but I'm not trying to hit side of weights. It's an aggressive play here.
Might work out. Oh. I think from where they're shooting the left side, kind of drags up a little bit, the right side runs.
And it kind of, I think that side hangs out a little more. Again, I think this is, if Jim really wants to get in there, I think this is that freehand shot that we're talking about. Right to left freehand shot, I think, is the shot here. Your left cross, in my opinion, just won't bury in there like your freehand. So there's the freehand.
He's on the other side, though.
Yeah, which is
The other side,
I just don't know that. I don't know if that thing will get in there. It's actually moving a lot.
yeah, it
Yeah,
moves
that-
a lot
that
there
thing
if you hit
will-
it on the, if you go in about the Sands
That thing will
logo.
bury in there.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's great.
You know what though? I think you can follow it in with the right speed.
Yeah, I mean, just do you really? That's not a shot that you want to be throwing at 10-6, your lead
No.
with the hammer. I think he's trying
he
to lag
lagging?
here. Yep.
Ooh. Well, Jim is inching his way back. 10-8. Jason needs to put some points on the board here
Yeah.
if he wants to stay in this game.
Yeah. Man, this is a time in the game where, you've given up 5 straight with the hammer. You just need to find a way to stop the bleeding.
Yep.
Obviously, you don't want to just score 1, but you need to score 1 here.
Right.
Just to say, all right, we're back. We're back in the saddle. Let's go ahead and close this game out. Now, if he lags a 2 or a 3 here, he's
probably going to win.
Yeah. And he's lagging the way that he wants to lag. So we'll see. I'd imagine if we see him lag here, it's going to be a right cross. So we'll see whether Jim wants to create action right now. So if Jason sticks a weight, he's going around it. But we'll see if Jim, with his last weight, covers up that right cross lag, or maybe even throws a 2 somewhere and makes Jason stick for 2. Here we go again. I think this is just a natural left cross. I don't think you want to get it all the way out to the rail. You just want to. So it looks like he's going to be throwing a free hand, which I also like a lot.
Good shot.
Buried it again. I think you'll see a right span here from Jason. Actually, he's going to go a free hand. So that's where Jim threw that shot from.
Yeah.
If you're trying to go in there and stick it, I think you need to start a little further right. Actually, he got that out in the rail quicker than Jim did. Let's see if it hangs on
Very
there.
good.
Great shot. Great shot right there.
He even moved it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think
So-
that shot's open anymore.
So Jim shot that shot a little wider than Jason did. Jason got that shot into the rail quicker, or into the high side of the board quicker, so you saw Jason's shot pull a lot harder into the middle. We'll see what Jim decides to do here. I mean, I think the only shot is the shot that Jason just threw. Jim has to have a lot of confidence in this combo. It's on the inside.
Yeah.
Jason's on 12
12.
here. He's going to make sure to get on 13.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's going to be a right cross lag, a deep 1 floating into a deuce here.
There it goes.
There's
though.
that float out. Perfect.
Oh, he almost
Big
went
one.
out. Yep.
So that should about wrap up this game here. Again, we'll see Jason practice a shot, throw it off the board.
Yep.
See, so like a shot like this, I want to see if the way that Jim got that weight buried in there, the previous frame with his free hand, I want to check that line with another free hand to see if I could have went in there and stuck that weight.
Sure.
And so I'm making sure that it goes off. I'm throwing it hard enough, but I want to throw that shot right into the rail pretty hard, see if I get that big bounce off. Look at shots that I have no idea about right now. Jason's having a tough time hitting and going with weights right now. So one thing to also think about is the weights that he's using are 16s, which are pretty much the slowest weights in the game.
Yep.
His caps are loaded.
Yep.
So he has more weight in his caps. So that weight, whenever he hits it, it will go forward, but it won't go side to side much. It's going to hang on the board a lot more than what Jim's weights with plastic tops are going to move harder left to right.
They're going to get more float.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So this is right now. This is a big thing for amateur players. You look at your weight, your red is up, right? But the only weight that gets you in trouble in this frame is your weight because it's in the middle of the board. So you throw it your red weight here. See, I don't like that shot at all, and he doesn't either. So he's trying to throw it. He's trying to throw it his red weight and hit and go with both of those.
Yep.
But the only weight, like I said, that gets you in trouble is your red weight. The blue weight really doesn't get you in trouble because he can't get around that blue weight on the rail.
Right.
So the only thing he can really do with that blue weight is possibly bump it into a 2 or something. And very rarely are you going to be able to bump a weight on the rail and cover it with your other weight that you came in with. So.
Look at it just hang out there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that line yet.
Yeah. So this is Jason's last weight here.
What do you do? So he's already got a game on the board. You think you bury one? Short weight, cover some board.
With the way that Jim lags, man, I really don't know if it really matters where this weight is, to be honest.
I kind of like a good deep one, make him.
Deep one's fine.
Force him to just shorten up his score area.
Yeah, like I said, there's nothing. The only 2 weights that are incorrect here are off the board or a 3 or 4 that he sticks back for 3 or 4. Those are the only 2 options that are incorrect there. He would like to cover one way or the other. Again, like I said, he can't cover all of the board with that because of where that other weight is. So now, if Jim had been lagging everything left crosses all game long, then you cover up that side of the board. Yeah. But we've seen Jim lag right hand. We've seen Jim lag free hand. We've seen Jim. So, but if you have a player that is dominant, lagging a certain way, then you're covering up that lag. But for instance, if it was coming this way and the score was reversed, and we've seen Jason just, lag right crosses all game, then we're covering up that side of the board on Jason.
Yeah.
But
let's talk into game strategy here. So Jim's got to keep this on. There's no 2 ways about it, because if he goes off, Jason puts a short one up, and the game's pretty much over, right? And Jason needs to keep the board clean, wants to keep the board clean, and then just be lagging against 1.
Correct. Or if Jim throws a 2 or 3, just sticking that last weight to end the game. So again, even though this is a deep weight, he's just going to try to hit and go with this weight.
Yep.
I like that. It's, can Jim get in there? Yes. But it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
He would have rather hit and went with this, but if that weight's around the logo, it's a lot more dangerous. Where it sits right now is.
He's really only got about 14 inches there.
Yeah. So Right here, me personally, I'm just I'm gonna throw and slam both these weights and get them both off the board. I don't want to create clutter right now, and so I just want the board completely clear. I don't want to try to go in there and cover my weight and then build a bigger wall because I don't cover it, and then he gets something in there that now I can't see at all.
Right. Or if you don't get the cover right, then he can double stick that when he's got 2 working. He's on 12.
Yep.
Who knows?
Like I said, you also have to have a lot of confidence in your blast shot to make sure that you hit and go with both these weights. So.
Talk to me for a second about when weights are offset like that and you want to hit both of them. There's like what I'll call the inside angle and the outside angle. Where do you aim for?
On this particular, how this is set up, you want to hit the inside of this blue weight. So you want to throw exactly how he just threw that weight. You want to throw on the inside of it, knowing that.
I see a lot of beginners throwing the opposite way. It's tempting the opposite way,
The
but you end up freezing.
Yeah, exactly. If you square up that blue weight, you're going to end up sticking that weight, and your weight goes off. And
right.
Now, if you have a great blast shot, then you don't care if you throw at that right-handed. But if you have trouble hitting and going with weights, then you're trying to throw the inside of that. So you'll see Jason will just be lagging here.
Yep. And if he goes off, he's got another chance.
And it'll be a right cross. So it's got to sit down.
All right, one more frame here. Jim is continuing to inch. 14-11.
Again, Jason's still in complete control of this game right now.
And Jim's trying to steal, so if Jason does happen to stick here, we'll definitely see a go-around.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes the end, you get into your stroke and you're almost too good,
So we saw Jim throw that free hand out to the left, and it just really, really came back in.
Yeah.
That may be an option here. He's opting to go with the left cross, which I think it's also fine.
Just barely got by it.
He's
just take both of these off.
He's just going to blast both of them off. Actually going that. He may be just trying to stick this blue weight. We'll see how hard he throws this.
Or do you think he's not trying to bump?
No, he's not going to try to bump his weight, but he may just try to stick this blue weight. But if he hits and misses with this, if he hits and goes with it, then yeah, he's trying to stick it. If he hits and goes with this weight, then it's wide back. It's open again. Ugh.
And he missed it.
That was I will say that was the best miss that could have happened right there. There's really no go around for Jim. The only thing that Jim can really do here is
What do you think? Maybe bump?
he can maybe kind of split his blue out, but there's not much there. It's
looks like he's going to try to sneak one in.
It's
on the what I'll call the high side.
Yeah, it's that free hand that we saw earlier. Let's see if he can get it. He's actually just going to cover.
All right.
So now you're just going to go and try that blue-blue combo.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he can shoot it left-handed if he wants. There you
Good
go.
shot.
Great shot. That's what I was saying, that the miss from the previous one was the absolute best miss that he
Yeah.
could have had right there, is by covering that deep blue weight. Jim couldn't do anything with that blue weight. So
Now, do you stick
Good-
this?
good
Do you
shot
go
there.
by it? What do you do?
You can go by it. I mean, the other option is really, really shaving the inside of that red weight, and maybe you get a deep roll for a deep one, and maybe you can steal another one. We try to go again the next frame. So
There it
it's
is,
a good game right
1-1.
there. We're going to game 3. Even though Jason did win that game, you did feel some momentum shift. All right, so it looks like Jim won the flip here. He will have first hammer. We'll see. We know that Jason wants to lag coming this way, I believe. We'll see how much Jim feels like he wants to lag this way. So, see how this frame goes here. I think Jason's just going to play pretty straight up. He's just going to hit weights. Good stick and roll. Getting that to the rail a little bit. Jim's not going to have a chance to really go in there. If that was a little further into the center of the board, he may go in there and try to stick that. So if Jason does want to lag coming this way, he may throw a short weight here. There you go. So Jason does want to lag coming this way. So he's going to throw a short weight. If Jim passes this short weight, Jason may offer him 2 and pass it again. Jim may just go ahead and opt to hit this weight off. Let's see. So I'd imagine that this weight will be on the board. Deep one, a light deuce would be great. So we'll see where Jason opts to put this weight, but I believe that it will be on the board. It's got to sit down. Man, that thing looked like it was going. That's a good shot right there. Deep one, like I said, deep one light deuce would have been great, but I think he likes that spot a lot. First lag of the game, with a chance to go ahead and steal the hammer. Let's see how Jim decides. Jim's going to go in freehand. See, it looks like Jim didn't throw that. Almost kind of looks like the board may be slowing down just a little bit. There's that steal right out the gate. So that is picture perfect for when you want to try to steal hammer coming one way. Third weight clean board, you throw a short weight. You make the other player have to go after your short weight. If they don't, you can possibly stick for 2 or offer them 2. If they hit and go with your short weight, now you keep your weight on the board and have a chance at stealing the hammer. So we'll see right here if Jim opts to go around this weight. We saw him throw a free hand out to the left side of this weight and get around it. The previous game looks like he's just going to go ahead and hit this weight off. So he's just going to play straight up here. Jason will do the same. We'll just go ahead and hit this weight off. Jim will practice. I'd imagine he will practice his lag here. It's a brand new board. They don't know the speed quite yet, so he's going to see. Has it slowed down? Has it picked up? The more people that get in here, that the humidity in the room does go up, tends to slow down a board. So I know it may not look like there's a lot of people looking the way that the cameras are facing right now because of the empty seats. But on the other side of the room, there are people practicing out here at these tournaments. Whenever you get into these second, third championship matches, players cannot play on these boards next to you because it's a big game right now. You don't want somebody bothering you whenever you're playing for a lot of money, and they're over there just practicing. So I think you'll see Jason just go ahead and hit and go with this weight. Wow.
Well, it looks like he's going for a pass.
Wow.
Pretty aggressive off the bat there, huh?
Well,
no, without the hammer?
Yeah, it's without the hammer, and it's the way that he wants to lag. Like he has the hammer coming the way that he's lagged great. So.
And he didn't really get it in. He left Jim open,
You're lagging against one. So this is, when we talked earlier about stealing one, this is where stealing one really doesn't matter.
Right.
So Jim comes up. Jim comes up short. Like I said, it does look like the board has gotten slower just from the last 2 frames.
Okay. The thought on that, too, and I think I see where he's coming from, would be that you got to turn up the heat. Even if it's early in a game, it's late in the match,
I mean, not if you like lagging the way that you have the hammer.
Sure.
If you like that way, then there's no reason to put unneeded pressure on yourself to have to make a great shot. Like I said, even if he gets past that weight and puts in a 2 that maybe comes out and Jim sticks for 3, it just I said that the decision there really surprises me.
Yeah.
So.
And for those of you just joining us, we've got Jason Papa and Jim Payne. This is James O'Brien. I've got Eddie Villarreal in the booth with me. And these guys are playing for the losers bracket finals. The winner of this game will play the finals against Mike Taylor, who everybody agrees is playing about as good as anybody's ever played, huh?
Yeah. That's the only player really in Austin. There's 3 pros there in Austin, Mike Taylor being one, Craig White and myself, and Craig really doesn't play much, and really neither do I nowadays. But Mike is the only game that I can call and say, hey, you want to play today? And he's like, yeah, let's play. And like I said, some days you go out there and are really excited to play, and by the end of the 3rd session, it's time to go home because he's just beat you like a drum. So, so you saw Jim right there placed his weight right there in what is Jason's right cross. So he's making Jason lag a different way.
Yeah, we haven't seen a thumb shot lag from
no.
Jason.
But that looks good.
Oh.
That was a good run right there.
You see Kelly Cameron in the background working on boards, huh?
There he is, General. Well, Redbird.
And Bobby Dean in the background watching this game. Bobby Dean's the president of that Fun Hanger, the largest shuffleboard league in the country, right?
man, Houston has a lot of league players. So we're hoping that, as now that Rogers back in Houston, we're hoping that they start to develop a little more tournament players.
Sure.
As we're trying to do the same in Austin. We're creating a league down there, but really don't have an extremely strong following of those league night players to tournament players. So
now you guys have at the post, 16 boards there? 12 boards?
12.
And
12 at all time.
I don't know of any other place in the country that has that many boards.
It's the most boards in the country under one roof at all times. So obviously,
yeah, we got 32 here.
Right.
Southwest Open brings in another 28 or 30, something like that.
It's close to that, I think. It's probably, yeah. So you saw Jim throw a short weight with his third weight. That's a really key spot right there, to where if you want to flip the hammer, you throw a deeper weight. And make Jim have to stick that weight. If Jim hits and goes with that weight, now you have a free lag because of his short weight, so now you're lagging against one. You go for the end of the board. If you go off, it's your hammer coming back the other way. So there's always spots in games to where if you want to flip the hammer, there's opportunities to do it. Kind of looks like they're back to really it doesn't matter which way they're lagging.
Yeah.
It looks like both players have locked in both ends, and they're pretty content with lagging either way.
So, Eddie, you ran a tournament at the post this year, huh? Was it
did.
the first one?
It was the second time we've done it.
What's the format there?
So we call it Triple Threat Tournament.
Okay.
We run Texas Maze AB draw on Friday. It's just one division, so you have pros possibly playing with fours.
Okay.
Which is pretty stressful for everybody, both parties. But it's a lot of fun trying to get new players playing Texas Maze, which I love. I think it's fast paced. It's a lot of fun. So we do that on Fridays, and then on Saturday and Sunday we have 16 player fields for 3 divisions. We do a 0-1 division, a 1 and 2 division, and a 3 and 4 division. So there's 3 divisions. On Saturday, we do a seeded singles. So based on your sponsor sale, you get your seed for that tournament for singles.
Okay.
So it's the only tournament in the country that seeds a singles bracket.
Yeah.
So you don't have, for instance, like I think Mike Taylor and Kelly Cameron played right off the bat.
Sure.
Today
at
round
this
one.
tournament. Yeah.
Right. There are also some big. Marcus Zepeda played Roger Holloway.
Oh,
it's a good try right there. Again, that's going. So he's going around that weight without the hammer.
yeah.
So it's Jim's.
You found out why it's dangerous too.
So we'll see if Jim makes him pay for it here. Jim's lagging with one. Jim's come up short the last couple times. We'll see if he's started to pick up that it's a little slower. Looks like a little better push. It's still got to go a little bit, but I think it's going to get in there.
Yeah.
It's a good lag right there with Jim. So we play singles on Saturday through midday Sunday, and then we play really based on your finish in singles, you get another seed for pool play.
Okay.
So we ending up with 3 pools of players in each division. So it's you and 3 other players on a board. You play with every player on that board twice.
Okay.
So you get to play a lot of shuffleboard. You're playing a guaranteed 9-game or a 9-game guarantee because it's 2 out of 3 on the winner's side, 21 point on the loser's side of singles, and then you're playing 6 games guaranteed in pool play. So I think the post may be like one of the only places you could really do that because of the amount
so
of boards.
many boards, yeah.
So we're playing all 12 boards at all time, but you're not sitting around. You're not just watching shuffleboard. You're constantly playing. So
Who's your bracket man for that? You run the brackets?
I do. Yep. And it's a pretty, it's not a tough bracket to run, honestly. Myself, Travis Ward, Mike Taylor, Marcus Zepeda, Josh Duddle, Casey Abels helped as well. Really, Craig White really developing the format of it, finding a way to make shuffleboard a little more fun, a lot more play, not as much sitting around.
It's a good lag.
Good lag right there by Jason Papa.
Yeah, that sounds great, man. That's a wonderful tournament.
Yeah.
Good crew, sounds like, too.
Yeah. I mean, some of the best, and what I believe are some of the best minds in the game.
Who takes care of those boards out there in Austin?
Devin Grant has really taken over. He's a new player. I say a new player. He's been around for a couple years now. But spends a lot of time maintaining those boards.
Got to have a good guy maintaining boards.
Yeah.
If you get,
Oh, yeah. No, he does a good job out there.
So we're at 5-5 now.
We're at 5-5.
Third of the way through the game.
I think Jason's going to get locked in here and just get back to, hitting weights, making Jim lag. I think Jim will be going around this way. I think it'll be just a nice natural left cross here.
Wheelhouse shot for Jim.
Yeah. So he's going to go back to that free hand. Again, now I'm throwing a free hand here. But I know how much Jim loves that left cross. I think it's a really, really good line right now.
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
Boy, I almost even just kissed. He didn't do it, but it was so close. He could have put a piece of paper between there.
Yeah, that's a great shot right there. We'll see what Jason opts to do here. He's thrown quite a bit of right spans at weights on this side of the board, so he may just try to smooth, stick his red weight and double stick this and maybe get 2 working.
Yeah, I mean, I like that, what is it, maybe a right-hand span double stick or something like that?
Yeah. The only other, I guess there's
a little better than lag and speed.
2 options. I mean, you could go right jersey or left cross. Again, I think he's just going to try to double stick this.
Is he going around? No.
So blues up. Jim has 2 working. With as good as Jim lags, I think he'll just be lagging here. If this was Mike Taylor, he's going to be throwing, a right cross, trying to stick and roll this. Roger Holloway, he's sticking and rolling this. Billy Melton, I think it's a coin flip whether he decides to lag this with his premier of a lagger as Jim is. I think he's 90% gonna lag this, and it looks like that's what he's going with. Now, if this weight was on his left cross to where he could stick and roll, he may be sticking and rolling this. It's got to go.
Look at that. Nudged it. I
Short.
think he only got one in,
Yep.
though.
You always got to play. Some people may look at that and say, God, how can he not just stick and roll that weight? You have to play to your strengths.
Of course,
At the end of the day, what some people believe are the right and wrong shots, the only way that you can determine whether those are the right or wrong shots is at your strength. Are you putting yourself in the best situation to succeed? If you feel like that's lagging, then go lag. It doesn't matter if people say, hey, I think you should have stuck that way.
Yeah, I mean, you look at a guy like Junior who he can shoot, left-handed, but he chooses to shoot freehand because he's more comfortable.
Yeah.
Same with Dwayne Maxwell, similarly, but opposite. It reminds me of going back to baseball. I saw a little thing with Pete Rose talking about how, if a batter's struggling, some coaches might try to change your swing up or something like that. And Pete Rose,
the same thing.
he'd say, never change your swing.
Yep,
That's what got you to the big leagues, right? You saw that? Yeah.
Yep, you don't change. In that he talks a lot about, as a baseball player, changing your body position, getting off the plate, crowding the plate, getting closer, getting further.
Choke up.
Stuff like that. But, you don't change what got you there. You look at a guy like Cal Ripken and how many stances he went through
he
in his
tried.
career, Pretty crazy. So yeah, like I said, you just got to go to your strengths.
That's right. Yeah, and you don't want to gamble with something like that at this. Late in the tournament.
No.
Late in the game.
If Jim lags at 3 there, everybody's saying that's the correct shot.
Yeah.
If Jim sticks and rolls that weight, everybody says that's the correct shot. If Jim lags and doesn't get a deuce there, people are saying, why didn't you stick it?
Right.
If he shoots at that and misses that weight, people are saying, why didn't you lag? It's just, you got to go to, like I said, you got to go to your strengths and what you're comfortable with. So, I said Jason came up short of this one. It's been a great match so far, though. I will say, out of a lot of the matches that I've commentated, this has been one of the stronger ones that I think a lot of players could watch and really learn how to play this game.
Sure.
The correct way and how close that those lines of winning and losing a game are. Both these players are right now. Jim. It's obviously Jim's advantage being up 1 with the hammer, but I don't think there's not a huge advantage right now.
Either way, yeah.
This game could go either way right now. I don't think either player. I don't want to jinx either one of them. I don't think either player is going to give this to the other guy. I don't think it's going to be on mistakes. I honestly think it's going to be who lags better from here on out.
Yeah.
Who lags more 2s and 3s. So.
Good stick.
So Jim would like to stick this just dead where it is. He doesn't want to stick and roll this into like a medium deuce, and then Jason sticks it back for a light deuce. So that's a good stick. It's a 1.
Yep.
I'd imagine. Well, this is Jason's decision here. Is if I want to lag this way, then I'm going to stick this weight and try to flip the hammer, get it 7-7. If I'm comfortable lagging the way that I am, I'm just going to hit and go with this weight.
Right.
Make him lag on a clean board. Now,
It's like he's trying to hit and go.
Me personally, that's exactly what I'm trying to do right there. Is I'm trying to I'm trying to stick and drive this weight into a 2, especially because it's on Jim's right hand and you're making him throw across at it, which you just saw last frame. He really doesn't. He doesn't love the shot. If he did, he would have thrown it last frame.
Yeah.
So you try to stick and drive this. He didn't get it in there, but that's a shot that I'm trying every single time at this score against Jim Payne, is making him stick a weight. Like I said, he's just one of the most dangerous laggers in the country. So, and he just showed you. Oh. I was just about to say he just showed you why right
It
there.
looked like it could. You know,
I mean, that looked.
In my mind, I was thinking, okay, the board's dynamic. The board's changing up every, slowing down.
That looked pure.
I thought it was going to bite there at the end.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see a short weight here. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and still test the end of the board. He wants that to hold on. He doesn't want that to get any more in the middle of the board because Jim will take that go around.
Right.
So by throwing a short weight, you keep yourself out of trouble.
Yep.
There's nothing that they can throw past you that you really can't hit. Looks like Jim.
He's going to take it, I think.
He's going to hit it.
He's not afraid to go around.
He's going to
hit it?
Yeah. You can tell. You can tell on Jim's backstroke whether he's going to hit a weight or stick a weight. The longer that backstroke is, he's going to hit a weight. The shorter it is, he's going to try that go around.
Good to know.
Not that helps you by any means. It's not like tipping pitches.
Yeah, right.
You can tell what he's going to do before it happens.
It helps the announcer.
Yeah. So I think Jim's back in. I think he's had a lot of success so far in this match, being aggressive, getting around weights, and having Jason stick weights. So I think there you go.
There it is.
So Jim will be going around this weight 100%. And I think it'll be a free hand. But I think a right cross will also get in there. So we'll see which way he opts to go here. It's going to be a free hand. So it's got to go. So you may look at this and say, all right, we just got to hit this blue weight. This is a must stick. This isn't a it's got to go. It's past me, because you know that if you hit and go with this weight, Jim's going to get in there.
Right.
So Jason will not be throwing hard at this weight. He is 100% trying to stick this weight.
Speed's good.
See if it holds on. It may get the outside of this.
That's good.
Oh, it's actually came back. Good shot right there. But
it is still
open. Yep.
Probably would have liked to roll it the other way.
This may be. I'm not sure if this is Jim's third or fourth weight. The way he's lining up, I'd imagine it's his third. He's lagging.
Got it in.
Good deuce right there. So whether that's Jason's third weight or fourth weight, you're still, like I said, trying to stick that weight 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I think Jason will just play straight up right here. Hit weights.
Go for leg.
Yep. Same thing with Jim. Jim's not going to try anything crazy here up 9-7. He's just going to hit these short weights.
And Jim is definitely kind of in the driver's seat on 9 points. Two hammers out, essentially.
So Jim would have really, really liked to stick that short weight right there. now you're giving Jason the chance to practice his lag,
Yep.
which you don't want. So Jim's not happy about not sticking that weight. So
Good measure.
but Jim's looking at that like that could have been the actual hammer
Right.
there. I gave him a practice there.
Right.
So what he thought was the actual speed was a little faster, right? So, and I think he'll just go ahead and hit this weight off. He'll try to stick it. See what Jim decides to do here. Up 9-7.
What are your options? You throw it off.
You can throw it off or throw a deuce and make him stick a deuce, to where he doesn't take the lead. You keep that 9-7 lead. Or the worst thing that's going to happen if you throw a deuce is he ties it up 9-9.
What do you think about this right here, middle of the board?
Yeah, it's perfect. And the reason why is he covered the lag. He covered Jason's right cross lag, I believe. So you may see that wide right span. You may see a free hand.
I think
from
it's
Jason.
a little far. Yeah, free hand.
There he goes.
Span seemed to be kind of. It's a tough span. Oh, look at it hang on the edge there. Done.
That's the first time he's had to throw that lag.
Yeah.
So it's obviously a perfect weight by Jim right there.
Jim gets that much closer.
Yep. Now stealing ones from here, 10-7. Now stealing ones is a good
idea.
Good idea. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you can still, you can steal a couple ones from here on out.
Get on
you're
12.
Really yeah.
It looks like everybody came down from their hotel room finally.
Yeah. It's getting a little noisy in here. We haven't seen it at all so far in this game, and I think if it was 11-7, you may have seen it 10-7. You're still only a 3 lag out. Is on these short weights you can actually bump that blue weight into a spot to where you feel like you can go around.
Yeah,
start to create some action. But like I said,
it's not that. I don't think it's that dire though. Yeah,
right. I would say 11-7, 12-7. We may see that. 10-7, you're a 3 lag out.
Good stick.
Yep. So if I'm Jim here, I may be offering him 2 instead of letting him tie the game at 10-10 with the 3 lag, and he's already covered his right cross lag.
Right.
So now whatever you offer past that, which is what Jim's going to do, I think this is the right shot right here. Like I said, we talked about stealing ones from 10-7. Absolutely. If it's 5-5, then you're probably not doing this and offering 2. But I think that is the correct shot. Now Jason's got to make a decision whether do I feel 95%, 90% on sticking that weight? If I do, I'm going to go ahead and stick that and get on 9 because now I'm 2 lags out.
Right.
But if I don't, then I'm going to go ahead and lag here. So we'll see what he decides to do here.
Looks like he's going for a stick, I think.
Yeah, with that speed, looks like he's going for that stick.
Didn't get it. Jim's happy with that.
Yep.
Good defense on Jim's part.
You've seen two great strategic frames right there from Jim Payne.
Yep.
Being able to block a lag and steal one, and then be able to hold him to 1 right there. Other people may look at that and if they're new players, not understand why he just did that. I hope I've been able to, explain why he did that.
Mm-hmm.
But those are 2 huge strategic frames right there by Jim. So.
But the game's still tight, 8-10.
Oh yeah. No, nobody's out of this by any means yet. Good stick, keeping control of the frame. Jason does not want Jim just lagging on a clean board here.
Right.
With as dangerous of a lagger as Jim is, he wants to possibly get a deuce in there. So he's got to make a decision here. How he wants this weight right here determines how he really wants this frame to end. See if Jim decides to stick this weight. I think it's a good stick. I think it's a great stick.
Yep.
You know, it's a tough little decision here for Jason. If I stick this, it gives Jim pretty much a free lag again, is what we've talked about. I don't want to give him a free lag at 8 to 10 because you can get really aggressive at 8 to 10. You know, I mean, so.
Oh, we didn't want to do that.
He's
Pressure the shot there.
You know, he's just trying to hit and go there. But that is the hardest we've seen Jason throw in the last 3 games.
Jim's already got one.
Yeah,
He's got to float the one line here, right? Yeah.
I mean, again, with as great of a lagger as Jim is, I mean, he may try to put the nail in the coffin here. And, you know, where I may be saying I'm going to go one, deep one, float into deuce, Jim may be saying I'm going to go light deuce, float into a 3, you know.
Yeah.
So
I think he took his 12. Yeah.
He's not happy about it.
Yeah,
know,
of
like
course.
I said,
Jim's not happy until it's over,
Yeah.
and he's already won, you know. Even then, I think he'll find something to complain about.
Yeah.
It's that aim for perfection, you know, where I could have done this, I could have done that.
See, so now this is where, me personally, I'm creating havoc right now. I'm bumping this weight up. Like I said, not to say that it's absolute right play, but I'd rather shoot than try to outlag Jim from 8 to 12. I'm bumping this weight up.
There it is. Oh, but no, these rails aren't going to bring it back.
He's trying though, but yeah, I'm bumping that weight.
Jim's clearing the board here if he can.
And now I'm setting up a go around weight.
Right.
So what we've seen Jim do quite a bit throughout the game, try to draw a stick from Jason. Now we see Jason trying to do the same thing here.
Almost missed that.
Yeah. Now, if you were to ask Jim, hey, do you try to hit the side of weights? Jim's going to tell you yes.
Yeah.
Because of the speed that he's throwing at, he's trying to nick weights off left and right. I think Jim, the right shot here is just stick that weight. You know, you're up 12-8, get 13 on the board. Jason's lagging for a 3 right now anyways. So the right shot is just stick this weight. That's exactly what he does.
Yep.
Jason goes off. Jim gets on 13.
Yep. Jason
So
needs this one here.
You know that Jason's lagging for the end of the board regardless of whether you have a weight on the board or not.
Absolutely crucial leg.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
It's got to go, man. It just kind of died.
Float. It might have got it. I can't quite tell from this angle.
Man, it looked a lot better going down the board. Looked like once it got past, like, right over that logo, it kind of died a little bit.
He got it.
All right, so Jason's going to be setting something up again.
Yeah, he probably needs a
draw
steal
stick.
still.
Yeah, no, he needs to steal something here. So I like the weight on that. Like I said, I like the weight on that side of the table, making Jim throw across the board. Jim's going to throw softer, and there's your stick. There you go. Now, if that weight's on the left, if that weight's on the right side of the table, then Jim's throwing hard left hand.
Right.
You make him take a lot off of that by getting it over there.
Might have a chance.
It's got to go. Run.
It's curling in.
Didn't get in there quite as much, and that's Jim's left hand.
Yep.
Jim's not going
And
to.
if he'd give just a little bit more, it would have come in more too. Ooh.
So, he's going to go ahead and try to stick this.
Yep, I like that shot, that thumb shot coming in like that. Good. Pushed it out. It's a little bit harder from the
Well, it's a lot harder for Jim to now throw that
rail.
left hand.
Yeah.
You know, and not, like I said, that's Jim's bread and butter, but you like, I mean, and you really
He's going
like,
opposite hand now.
Yeah, and you like
Yeah.
that. You know, you.
He might have missed it. No.
Nope, great shot. But that is
That angle's tricky looking at it,
This
yeah.
is a better go around now than the previous frame. So if he wants to go around this left cross, that left cross will bury in there now.
Right.
It's just a matter of, you know, these are the times in games is, am I all right with losing this game 15-10?
Yeah.
But
Well, he's going
or-
right hand though, isn't he? He's not doing the left hand.
I really think that left cross will just bury in there. But I like this option.
Oh no.
I said that thing just kind of hangs out there. But I like the aggressive play right there by Jason. You know, you can go in there and stick that deep weight and keep this game moving and go to another frame. Or you can say, you know what, I think this is the time in the game right now where I have to make a move. I have to steal something in order to win this game.
Right.
So there's times in games where it is, am I playing to win or am I playing not to lose?
Right.
And right there you saw Jason, he's playing to win, which is, I like, you know, me personally, just the style of my game. I like players that say, you know what, let's go in there. We're not afraid to get beat 15 to 10.
Yeah.
If I've actually had the chance of winning this game. So, again, great match right there.
Yeah.
By Jim Payne and Jason Papa. So we will be back for Mike Taylor and Jim Payne.
Yeah, thanks for joining me in the booth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you like what you see, please hit that red subscribe button at the bottom right hand corner and give us a thumbs up or some comments. See you soon.